Greetings, dear confreres and friends from Il Carmelo, the venue of our 26th General Chapter. Monday today, we are into the fourth and last week of our General Chapter. But there were two special days preceding this day, Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, the entire chapter, all the capitulars and the assistants went to the Vatican for a very special private audience with His Holiness, Pope Francis. It was a moment of great expectation, excitement, joy for all of us as Pope Francis walked into the audience hall dedicated to Pope Clement VIII. He walked into a thunderous applause from all of us. Father General Rogerio Gomez addressed the Holy Father on our behalf, giving him a sense of how we were proceeding in the chapter, how we were reflecting on what it meant to be true missionaries today. Then the Holy Father thanked him and addressed us. He had a 6-page prepared speech for us, but he said to us, it's 12 o'clock and it's lunchtime, and I'm sure you don't want to listen to my 6 pages. And so, putting aside his prepared text, he spoke to us from his heart. And he underlined 2 important aspects for us as Redemptorist missionaries today. The first, he said very directly, be ready to leave your comfort zones as missionaries. It's so easy, he said, as missionaries today, to be comfortable in established positions and so forget the cry of the poor. And so we can be comfortable in living our vow of poverty or chastity or obedience or community life. He said, get ready to leave your comfort zones and give all for the mission of Christ. The second aspect he underlined, he said, Redemptorists, you are especially gifted with the charism of moral theology. After your great founder, St. Alphonsus, you are called to guide people in the moral life in our world today, which is struggling with so much of immorality, injustice, dishonesty, infidelity in relationships. It is up to you, Redemptorists, to guide, to teach, to form people in the moral life, to enable people to be better Christians in our world today. And for this, he underlined 2 things. The necessity of Redemptorists to be very good in forming the consciences of people, especially from the early ages of their life, the little ones growing up, the teenagers, forming consciences. He also highlighted the importance of the Alphonsian Academy, the unique institution for training in moral theology, which is situated in Rome. The gift of the Redemptorists, the Alphonsian Academy that enables priests, religious, lay people to study moral theology, to graduate in moral theology. And he said, this institute is an amazing gift to the church. May you continue to offer the church good moral theology through the Alphonsian Academy. And he finally said, listen, a missionary is one who doesn't look at the immediate, but looks far beyond at the horizon. Do not be afraid to launch out into the deep, closer to the poor. He then gave us his blessing, and he met each one and gave each one his personal blessing. Filled with that joy, on Sunday, the whole chapter went to Pagani. Pagani is the little city dedicated to St. Alphonsus, where St. Alphonsus died. In Pagani, we have the basilica dedicated to St. Alphonsus. And in the basilica are the remains of St. Alphonsus on a very special altar. And so the whole chapter, led by Father Rogerio Gomez, our Superior General, celebrated the Eucharist with great accompaniment with a choir of the parish in Pagani, to a packed church. It was a beautiful liturgy with amazing music. Father General, in his message, said, "We've come to the most hallowed place for us Redemptorists. We've come to the place of our founder, where our founder passed away, where our founder's remains lie. We've come here not just to go back to the past and be happy about the past, but we've come to touch the spirit of our founder, that spirit that enabled Alphonsus to launch out, to found a congregation not for his own pleasure, but to seek to serve the will of God in responding to the cry of the poor. He invited us to draw from the spirit of Alphonsus and therefore to go out in that same spirit, filled with the love of the Lord, to the poor." After a wonderful celebration in Pagani in our basilica and a sumptuous lunch, as only the confreres from Naples can provide, we returned and we began today. We were blessed that today the chapter voted our Vicar General, our Assistant General, one from among the 6 Consultors General, Father Francois Stanua. He's originally from Poland, but worked in Burkina Faso in Africa, and at present provincial of France. It was with great joy and thundering applause we greeted our new Vicar General, Father Francois Stanua. Today then enabled us also to proceed with decision making regarding our identity, regarding our consecrated life, regarding our mission, regarding our formation, regarding our government, as we move from one postulatum, proposal, voting some and turning down others, as we are defining ourselves gradually forward. Each conference also met together. The Conference of Europe, the Conference of Latin America and the Caribbean, the Conference of North America, the Conference of Asia and Oceania, the Conference of Africa and Madagascar. Each conference met to reflect on an important question. What do you in the conference expect of the new Superior General and his council? That's an important question. Because the Superior General and his council, we want to listen in the spirit of synodality to what our confreres are saying to us. What are you looking for from us, Superior General and consultors? And tomorrow, each conference will meet the Superior General and the council personally to express themselves, their hopes for the future, and what they expect of the Superior General and his council. This is synodality in practice. The General Chapter also decided, yes, we're going to have a message. And we're sort of getting together and fine-tuning this message to the congregation and to the whole world. What do we want to say to the congregation and to the whole world? And finally, we're also coming to decide on a theme for the next 6 years. I'm going to keep you guessing as to what that theme is going to be, because tomorrow, definitely the day after, we will decide on the message and on the theme for the next 6 years. So continue to pray for us as we draw closer to our conclusion of this, the 26th General Chapter.